Hey friends, welcome officially back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jared Hamilton and I really appreciate you joining us today. If you haven't already, you're gonna want to subscribe to the channel because some of the newer videos that I have coming up, you are not going to want to miss. And if you're not subscribed, there's no way you can know when those new videos get here. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, that way you don't miss any. And if you didn't already know, I'm running a YouTube contest for whoever has the best comment on my videos. Every video, I pick a winner to have a coaching call with me, a one-on-one private coaching call with your boy. The only way to win one of those is to leave a comment, right? I'm gonna pick someone who has the absolute best comment and the winner will get a free coaching call with me. But nonetheless, let's get into the rest of the video. Now in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to get results so good that your friends are going to beg to know your secret. Now, I'm gonna say this, and most of you are going to shut off the video afterwards, but I promise, stay for the whole thing, and it'll all make sense. You ready? Be consistent for, this is the most important part, the next 8 to 16 months. I know, that sounds like, wow, you just led us up and then brought us right back down. But here's the thing, I am not your woo-woo guy. I am not your get you fired up and hope something cool happens. That's not who I am. I just want to give you tactics and strategy that will literally change your life. Now, if you watched in my last video, one of the things I asked is, how many years have you been trying to lose weight as fast as possible? Well, that's the issue. Most people go so hard for the next few weeks that it's no wonder they can't last 8 to 16 months. Because the other harsh truth is most people have been struggling for way longer than that. Or I'll tell someone the same stuff. Be consistent for the next 8 to 16 months. And they go, wow, that's like the worst advice ever. But usually the people who are in that position have never been consistent that long. And number two, they've been struggling for way longer than that. I mean, no bullshit, 8 months is a long time, a year's a long time, but compared to where you've been previously struggling, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years plus, 8 months is nothing. Fat loss is always like pregnancy. You can't speed it up. Speeding up would only mess everything, and nothing magical happens till about 9 months, no matter how crazy the beginning looks like. Think about it. Some moms that are pregnant may not even show for 3 months. But how many people get 3 months into their weight loss journey and they go, I'm not losing weight fast enough, I'm just gonna quit. But like, think of it this way, some real talk. When was the last time you did anything for that long? Because I'm not your guy that's gonna be like, oh, here, do this stupid challenge and that's keeping you in the yo-yo diet cycle. I'm not gonna sell you a meal plan or a supplement that is over-promising stuff that's just gonna leave you depressed and hopeless and disappointed. That's not what I'm about. I'm about solutions. I'm about long-term sustainable change. I'm about not being indoctrinated into diet culture. I'm about doing this the right way over everything. But here's the thing, I'm legitimately asking you, what's the longest you've been consistent with anything for? Keeping your house clean, doing your dishes every day. Outside of brushing your teeth, have you ever done anything for like 8 months consistently? And I'm not saying perfect, but consistently doing something. Make your bed for 8 months straight. Drink enough water for 8 months straight. Keep your house clean for 8 months straight. Because the truth is, when it comes to this weight loss game, so many people give up so freaking quick. First of all, I've never understood that because giving up is the one guaranteed way you are not gonna get what you want. But so many people give up after 2 weeks in, 5 weeks in, even 12 weeks in. They're like, oh, I haven't seen overnight results, even though I've been struggling for 10 years. This is the problem. The reason most people struggle is because their expectations are totally off. People struggle with weight loss because they expect to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. People quit meditating because they think they're supposed to have this Zen experience within like 2 minutes. People give up on starting a business because the first month they don't make a ton of money. If you really want to be successful with losing weight, feeling better, and accomplishing all the goals that you have, you need to ease up on your expectations a little bit. Nothing magical happens overnight. Here's the harsh truth. Your current reality is based on your last 8 months to a year. That's the hard truth. Your reality right now that you are not happy with is not because of what you've done the past few weeks. It's the result of what you've done and where your actions have been at for the past 8 months to a year. So if you want to change this stuff, you have to think now in the next 16 months. Go, okay, I'm going to actually get my shit together. I'm actually going to be consistent for the next 8 to 12, 16 months. But the reality is most of you watching this aren't going to do anything because you're like, okay, I get it, Jared, but I've got a wedding. I've got a vacation. I just want this really quick. But that's the same mentality that's kept you trapped for years. So you can keep going and doing what you want to do. You can keep going and doing that, but you're just going to get what you've always gotten. Because also if you're like, no, Jared, I've lost weight. I've done this way faster than that. But then you probably gained it back. Because in my book, if you like, cool, you lost 30 pounds in like 2 months, but if you gained it back, then that's not a win. If you regress and like gain all your weight back and go back to the way things used to be. If the results and the destination aren't sustainable, we can't use that as a landmark and compare back to. That's just not fair. Because here's the truth. There's no way to escape this whole 8 to 16 months thing. The magic is in that 8 to 16 months range. That's when you're really causing really cool change to happen. For those of you that are watching this that are going to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to actually do this right now. What's going to happen? You're going to be really consistent, ruthlessly consistent, and you're going to start seeing progress. But then all of your friends are going to go, oh my gosh, you lost your weight so fast. How'd you do it? And they will beg to know your secret. And you're going to tell them, well, it wasn't overnight. I've been doing this for like the last year. Do everything this @RealJaredHamilton guy says. I eat in a calorie deficit. I have my favorite foods, have a lot of protein, have a lot of plants. I still go out to eat. I still drink alcohol. I just keep it in moderation. And I actually handle my emotions instead of eating them with food. And I quit restricting. They're gonna go, no, it's gotta be more than that. What's your secret? That's just how it goes. This is why you have to be blindly consistent no matter what results are in front of you right now. Just realize between action, effort, and consistency are gonna have to be paid in full upfront before you get the results delivered to you. That's just how it works. Because here's the magic to you committing to going, okay, I'm gonna be consistent as hell for the next 8 to 16 months. Your brain automatically operates different. Your brain automatically goes, oh, well, if we're gonna be consistent that long, we have to make this way more sustainable. I can't do a keto challenge for that long. I can't be doing super low calories that long. Your brain will automatically start thinking different when you're like, okay, what could I actually sustain for the next year and a half? Because that's where the magic is at. For you to do something that long, it has to be sustainable. Otherwise, you're gonna keep falling on your face. That's why this is not a 30-day sprint to see who can lose weight the fastest. With that being said, before you give up and say it didn't work, ask yourself, was I even consistent for 8 months? And I'm not talking about like be consistent for like Monday through Friday, fall off on the weekends, restart back over Monday, then get back on track. And then I'm not talking about dieting for 5 days and falling off and then doing that for 8 months. I'm talking about being ruthlessly consistent for 8 months, because until you are, you have no right to say this program didn't work, or my body's just different, or my genetics are off, or whatever excuse you want to give. Until you've been ruthlessly consistent, you have no right to complain. I hope this video helped. It may have made some of you mad, but either way, I'm just here to help you and tell you the truth and not try to just bullshit you. That's just who I am. If you haven't already, be sure and, like I said in the beginning, subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't joined my free Facebook community that's brand new, I'll leave the link to join in the description. Also, if all this info about like sustainable weight loss and dieting from the inside out and all this stuff is like really confusing and you're like, oh, I've never heard this and I don't even know where to start, I have in the description as well my free fat loss checklist. I walk you through exactly how to lose weight the most sustainable way possible, where you can live your life and thrive and not have to be constantly bombarded with diet culture, where you can still get your results. I hope this helps. I'll talk to you next time.